weekday mornings from 7 to 10. Welcome to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. The first hour of the show is brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Now, here's your host, Johnny Radio himself, John Harden.
What it is, baby. What it is. No, what it is, baby. What it is. I gotta go. Got my money changed, but you still there. Laying down, bang it up. Break it down, back it up. I just got you a flight, a couple down on gas me up.
Yo. Welcome into a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. It's a beautiful Tuesday. It is a Tuesday. That means it's a Views from the 22 Tuesday. We got Mo Schefter up in the house. We got NFL movement all over the place.
You might have Germ So True, too.
Germ So True if he can break awake, and he's been draft busted.
And he said that he got NFL and NBA playoff activity.
Uh-oh. I hope, man, I'm ready for a little NBA playoff activity because I've been loving it. Last night was beautiful for us.
Oh, that was great playoff action last night for certain.
Especially, when you parlay like I did and hit everything. But then when you wake up after you win a couple grand and you realize Credit Karma sent you a notification and in your 28-year credit history, you have a perfect payment history. But today they sent me a thing that said I was 120 days behind on a payment. I was like, what in the helly? What the helly? What the helly? So all my winnings went to pay all that I won last night, which I was very excited. I guess was a blessing in disguise because I had no idea that all the stuff that I 3 months ago, remember when I lost my wallet? And I think you had it in your car for like a couple weeks.
Well, that was your keys that was in my car.
Oh, man, who did I lose my wallet with and left it in their car for a couple weeks?
The wallet wasn't with me. Was it Soup?
I think it was Matt Hale when he went out of town and he came back and it was in his car. But I canceled all my cards. Got new ones. Set everything up on auto pay. Forgot one small thing. And you know I don't answer telephones or read mail. But at least I won, so I can say, well, that bill's now paid, and I'm, I guess, really all caught back up. So it was a blessing. But we've been blessed with great basketball. We've been blessed with some great performances, I would say. And last night we saw one. Did you hear how the Timberwolves were talking about the Nuggets when that game was over?
No, I didn't. Talking
about, you know what, we decided, just go after everybody. Go after Jokic. Go after Murray. Go after Gordon. Because they all suck at defending.
This is true.
Make them do what they cannot do, and none of them can defend.
None of them really want to get down on that end. They'll do it collectively, but when you have to really, get roll your sleeves up and check up, ain't necessarily what their calling card is. Even with them having a championship, but you also look around at, they had those guys that do that dirty work for them.
Nas was in there doing dirty work, grabbing rebounds like a madman.
Dante DiVincenzo is a key.
Dante DiVincenzo, what did he play? 31 minutes last night.
Yeah, and he's doing some of everything. He's scoring the basketball, playing great defensive
Dropped
plays.
6 threes.
Yeah, dropped 6 threes.
6 dimes, 7 boards.
He'll get up in the
steal.
chest. He'll get up in the chest of a Jamal Murray.
Mm-hmm.
And won't leave.
7 boards, too.
Yeah, just a balanced breakfast, as we like to say at 94 Feet of Life.
My man he dropped 4 threes. 6 for 9 from the field all night long. Not bad. 16 points. He was a team high plus 20 in the plus minus. Ant-Man was on the court pretty much the whole damn time. If he finds his 3-point stroke, Denver might be in trouble.
They got to be careful with that, though, because Ant still is recovering from that knee injury.
Yeah, 40 minutes last night.
Yeah, he logging a lot early.
It was wild, though. I mean, after Denver kind of put it on in that first game and they had just shot terrible and just all of them played pretty much bad basketball, I felt like if you watch the Denver Nuggets, they got out physical. Don't you? I mean, they just got...
That's what happened.
They just got bullied.
He got back, like I just mentioned about DiVincenzo getting in the man's chest.
Tim Hardaway, he was up in his business.
Yeah. Now, it's going to come back. When they go to Minnesota, they'll make their job. This is the series where you'll see. This is the
one I told you is the hardest one for me to pick because I trust in Ant.
You know why? Because in this series, the adjustments matter the most. Because it's like we can look at Philly and Boston, and Philly can do whatever kind of adjustments they want. Boston going to win that in less than 5.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? No less than 5, rather. But with this one, game to game, it's going to be the adjustments, and they're going to matter. Also got to give props to Rudy Gobert, who was great last night.
Well, he had the best game. I thought he had his best game, actually, in game 1. Just nobody else for the Minnesota Timberwolves showed up.
That's on the offensive end. But for what you need him to do, that was great last night.
Him and Nas, I thought, were very important.
Yeah.
Both of them combined, grabbing all the boards they did, playing physical down low.
Great defense, man. Dude, I think Jokic was like 1 of 8.
I mean, the first quarter scared the hell out of me. I ain't going to lie.
I mean, that's NBA basketball.
That first quarter, and that's what I always say to myself.
It looked like it's going to run away, but it's some
breathe.
marathon.
It's a long game. Things can look bad. I mean, they were down, 10? No, they were down 14.
They were down as many as 19 through the game.
Damn, you're right. And I never, ever faltered. For some crazy-ass reason. I got lucky. That 39-second point quarter helped me out a lot, though, with my breathing and the way they ended that joint. But then you talk about the Knicks and the Hawks. Bro, I said this, and you didn't like it the other day. They needed to stick with Tibbs.
I'm going to tell you why they don't. But I know what you mean. Because
they just don't have that edge anymore.
But see, here's the thing with that. We're talking about a bunch of dudes that's like almost 30 years old.
I know he beats on you and leans on you and
really
runs you.
need that to get up at this time of year?
Well, then why are they letting the Hawks do what they're doing? I mean, you had a 15-point fourth quarter, New York, in your house.
They couldn't score the ball. You know why? Atlanta was on lock. They checked up, yo. Jalen Brunson makes big shots, but when you got a bigger Nickeil Walker-Alexander chasing you, and you see how he picked his pocket clean, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then Dyson Daniels all over the place. He good for 2 steals a night. He had his 2 steals in the first 16 minutes of the game because he hit my parlay. So,
yeah.
But they just, in that series, it's going to be adjustments that matter, even though New York will win. But it's going to be adjustments that matter because Quinn Snyder is a mad scientist about this.
Yeah, he is. Quinn's always been a mad scientist.
Yeah, he's maximizing what he got, and then he got.
By the way, Quinn also looks like he has a little tism.
Oh yeah,
just a little tism,
just a little bit. You know, but he's got. When you look at the profile of C.J. McCollum, it will say hobbies include getting buckets. That's what he does.
Only problem is poor CJ. He and you had 2 small guards with him in Portland.
He was one of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But I mean, they were awesome, except for you got to the postseason, and you throw in somebody.
Me, Greg, and Levi talked about that this morning with CJ. Some of the underappreciated cats that we're seeing, especially now, kind of getting shine. And CJ was definitely one of them. And it's like, yeah, because he was always kind of the second fiddle with Dame or whatever the case may have been. But you know. He still could go roll out of bed and get you 25, 30 any given night. And they checked up, man. They locked down in the fourth quarter. They stayed close for the most part through the first 3. Yeah, they was up 12, but a lot of that was 1 possession, 2 possession game, you know, throughout the course of those first 3 quarters. And the fourth quarter, man, it just turned into the playoffs. Adjustments were made by the Hawks. They locked up. They took some stuff away. And you're going to need Karl Towns to be the dominant force in this series. He has to truly dominate it.
The problem with Cat is, man.
He's sometimey.
Yeah, he's what you call. He's
sometimey.
He was very what I would call WNBA.
Now, see, if you go in there, okay, what WNBA player are you going with?
I'm just saying what I mean by this. I can watch. What did I tell you? The only way I can win in the WNBA is I don't watch and actually know anything about the basketball. I can see when a bunch of women are defeated and have like checked out and not in it.
You thought he was
Watch
checked
Carl
out?
Anthony. No, he wasn't checked out. I'm saying, but on the games
wasn't checked
he
in.
is,
Yeah.
when he ain't checked in and all he's doing is complaining to the officials and acting like a little whiny, come on. He's like the most demonstrative woman I've ever seen. He should have been a theater major.
Leave Dominicans alone, man. They emotional.
He is emotional, by the way.
But, he got off to a slow start last night, as did Jalen Johnson. Because I was kind of looking for
Jalen
both
Johnson, I thought, played pretty bad.
Well, he was non-existent early. But the second half, he picked it up on both ends. He made some key plays.
What did
got
he
some
hit?
breaks started. I think he ended up with like 18 and 8 or whatever.
Damn, he did?
Yeah.
He was over 3 from downtown. I know that.
All right, you know what I'm saying? Because I had him to get big combo numbers, but, it just wasn't in the cards for him last night. But he did the little stuff, as well as Nickel Walker-Alexander. They did the little stuff.
And they're the ones that won.
And that's the one.
Well, Alexander Walker, it's all about defense.
But yeah,
It's
but-
about making Jalen Brunson 3 for 10.
I mean, and if that's
From the
going to
three-point line.
if that's going to take away from him getting his 20 a night like he been getting in the regular, and you
Bro, I'd
going
rather
back home,
I'd rather him
tired,
have 9 or 10 points a night and just lock up Brunson.
But I'm saying, but if you got that and you going back home tired with home court advantage now in your favor, that's a win.
And they're going to keep leaving Josh Hart open at 3, even though the weirdest thing about Josh Hart is,
He will make them at some point.
I was going to say, it's one of the weirdest
He ain't gonna
things
keep missing.
ever. Like, this regular season, do you realize Josh Hart shot 41% from downtown? You realize that, right?
Yeah, because he catching a lot of open
Wide
looks,
open looks,
and
dog.
he catching them like
Right in that corner.
and it's coming to him straight
Step
like they
into
coming.
'em.
They coming straight like they coming from the shooting machine.
He's shooting 16% from the 3-point line in the postseason.
Yeah, because you got Dyson Daniels in his face.
True that.
Among others, Quinn got those dudes dialed in, man. A lot of people didn't think that was going to be a competitive series. I'm like, nah, Atlanta's legit, y'all. They got scores. They can defend. Just a matter of putting it together. Not a lot of experience, just CJ and, a couple others, but they got the pieces to make it fun. They're not going to win the series, I don't think, but they can make it interesting.
I mean, right now, the way this New York team is playing, I don't know.
You can say the same thing, like it had the same vibe about Detroit going into the night.
Well, listen.
You saw the holes exposed in game 2 for
When
New
Kate
York.
Cunningham's not on the court, they have no option.
They do, it just didn't play
No, they
well.
don't.
They just didn't play well. They need a third option is really where they lack. And they probably are lacking shooting, even though they got Duncan Robinson and Kevin Huerter. But you can expose them. You can especially Duncan. Duncan's getting older. He can't really, he wasn't no stealth defender like that, no way, but he can play within scheme.
What do you think about the Cavs?
I love what they're doing. Now, you know what? They might be a bigger problem than what people think.
I'm telling you, Mobley and Allen are a problem for a lot of teams.
And then you got your guards that's
You
putting
got
up
Harden,
58,
Mitchell,
60 a night.
Spidey, and dribble, shoot.
And he ain't doing that.
No, he ain't.
You know what I'm saying? He actually playing within the confines of, the offense and making smart plays. He's gotten older and wiser, but we're going to really see.
Dennis is old and wise, and
we're going to see if the wisdom is legit as we move through these rounds, though. Especially when they get in the next series, who they'll be matched up with. What are they, 4-5 in that series? That's 4-5.
6-7. 6-7. No.
But if they 4-5, they'll mean they'll see the winner of Detroit and Orlando, which will be another chess match.
Well, we're going to find out some interesting stuff because we got more action tonight, folks.
Another triple header.
I'll tell you one thing. Nuggets and Timberwolves, I don't care what they do. I think Spurs right now are on a mission. And the Rockets and the Lakers, doesn't matter what they do, they're going to get killed by the Thunder. I mean, we are 100%, I feel, destined for a Spurs-Thunder showdown.
I think so.
And I feel like right now it's just the Celtics to lose over in the East.
I agree with that as well. I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. I think Joe Mazzulla's the best coach remaining in the playoffs, and it's really, I ain't gonna say not that close, because that'd be disrespectful to the other great coaches that's there. But
I feel like we're
going
to have a Cavs Celtics Eastern Finals.
That would be fun. because
You got the big boys down low with Mobley and the 3-point shooting fools.
they both made trades at the
with White
deadline
and Tatum and Brown.
to optimize what they got going on already. Yeah, two great coaches, probably the best two coaches in the Eastern Conference, legit, with Atkinson and Mazzulla.
Yeah, you like Missoula.
Yeah, Mazzulla, that dude, man, he kind of crazy, man. Matter of fact, it's been rumored that he got tasered voluntarily in the offseason just because he wanted to feel it.
I've been tasered. Sucks.
But you weren't voluntary.
Nah,
You was acting the ass somewhere.
No, technically not.
Not that time.
No, one of my friends thought it would be funny to test drive it. And I, for some reason,
Degenerate activity is what y'all were on.
was like, dude, I want to see how bad it is.
I mean,
it ain't that bad.
But you saw what Joe Mazzulla had his
that
coaching.
bad.
You saw what his coaching staff did to the media when they played him and when they scrimmaged him that time. Beat him like 60-4. Like, why? Just to abuse the media. He ain't got nothing else to do. He's also the same man that thinks that fighting should be allowed in the NBA.
I mean, I watch hockey playoffs now because remember I had that tip in the Calgary game that was like Gucci. Thank you,
They don't fight
Lee.
as much in the playoffs in hockey.
They were fighting in that one.
Okay.
The officials were breaking up a lot of it, but man, like that. The cool thing is about hockey is like they go and check each other into the wall. Two dudes get mad. One dude will literally right in front of the ref like throw a punch and hit dude in the mouth. And they'll put both of them in a box for 2 minutes and then let them back in.
They got a couple minutes. They chill. They come back out. All sports should be able to do that. That's great discipline with hockey. I appreciate it.
The only thing you can't do is what they did to Kermit. You cannot wait for a man running and then basically Jack Tate they ass. Jack Tatum, I'm sorry. Jack Tatum they
You
ass.
can't go Jack Tatum. Not on
And
the
if
ice.
you don't know that you're a young buck, the safety for the Raiders was known for clotheslining folks, and he broke gosh dog
Stingley.
not Derek.
Daryl
Stingley.
Yeah.
Broke Daryl Stingley's neck. Never even apologized for it either.
I saw one where he crowned Earl Campbell, and Earl Campbell fell forward. That's how bad Earl Campbell was.
Yeah. And then the first time I ever saw Earl Campbell, by the way, like I said, when he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, it messed you up.
It messed my head up. Is it like he was like, dude, this guy had thighs that were like, I mean, like elephant's feet.
You know, he had his own line of Italian sausages.
No way.
Things like this big too, dog. They were super big. They were selling them in Walmart. They probably still got them.
Well, we got big NBA action again tonight. We got 3 more games.
Sweet.
Only thing, I was going to say,
Sweet.
the 76ers Celtics, the only thing you really got to think to yourself is like, damn,
You know,
14 and a half.
You know, the last time the Sixers beat the Celtics in the playoffs, I think it was like 82 when the Boston Strangler, Andrew Toney, went for 39 and then went for 34 in like game 7. And got nicknamed the Boston Strangler by the Boston media because he was kicking their ass. But that's 82. My man Jared wasn't even thought about in 82.
No.
I was just 1 when that happened. But I was probably in front of the TV watching. You know what I mean? In my house. It was basketball on. I was there. Basketball house.
I was actually doing pretty good, man. I was looking good. I was like, chilling. Trailblazers and the Spurs, though, another game that's just, are you going to lay the 11.5?
Hey, man, first, we have to mention the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year.
Victor Wembanyama.
Yes, and this is on first of many, I'm sure. We have 3 4-time winners. 2 of those 4-time winners are already in the Hall of Fame. The other one is still active. Know the third one?
Let me guess. Hold on, wait. We got a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year that's playing right now.
We have 3 4-time winners of that award.
Dennis Rodman.
No.
Defensive Player of the Year.
One of them is dead.
One of them is dead. God, I suck at this game.
One of them is active.
So, Dre?
No.
Dre
only won 1.
I know it's not. It better not be Rudy's French ass gave everybody COVID.
Rudy is the active one.
Good God.
Hey, last night.
It's also an award that Jaron Jackson Jr. won, so can you really take it serious?
Last night's performance, he validated it. He shut Joker down, man. I mean, we got to give him.
They just kept going at Jokic, man.
I mean, hold on, man. How you gonna hate on Jared, man? Jared won the thing when he was here, man. We got 2 Memphis Defensive Player of the World winners. We got him and Mark on even first team when he won.
No kidding. Now I need help.
You know the other one.
That's active?
No, you got the active one. One of them is passed, and the other one is a recent induction to the Hall of Fame.
And one of them's okay. What have I gotten right? Anything?
You got Rudy.
I got Rudy.
Mm-hmm. You got the active one. There's one more that's passed on, and you have one more that got in the Hall of Fame. If not last year, then maybe the year before. One of them was noted for his afro.
One of them noted? Oh, you mean Ben Wallace?
Yeah.
How did I not pick Ben? I thought for sure it was Ben, but then I also was thinking to myself,
got in the Hall like a year or two ago.
Damn, how did I not think of Ben
And
Wallace?
the deceased one is Dikembe.
Mutombo, waggle your freaking finger, bro.
And you have one who's won
I feel
the
like
award.
Dwight Howard. I was waiting for you to say he might be a switch hitter.
The lone winner of doing it 3 times in a row was Dwight. Dwight's the only one.
He did. Yeah, he did 3 times in a row with Orlando.
Right. So Wemby's gonna probably crack both of those. He's going to
What shocks me is Giannis only won 1.
Yeah, I agree. Well, even more, man. Eli was talking
Alonzo
this morning.
Mourning only won.
How
many?
If he did,
He had to
it
get
was
2
one.
at least, right?
I think so. I'll verify that one. But me and Eli was talking this morning. We were still shocked that Scotty never won one.
I know Gary Payton won 1.
Gary Payton was the first guard to win one since Sidney Moncrief won, and Sidney was the first winner. Sidney won the first 2, actually.
Hell, Evan Mobley, didn't he win last year?
Evan Mobley won last year. Really, Scotty Barnes could have been a great candidate this year, but Wemby was Wemby. Scotty was awesome this year.
Damn, how many Dre got? 1 or 2?
Just one, but Dre got a couple of. Dre got a situation where he had more first place votes, but Kawhi had more total points.
I know Dennis had to win.
Dennis got 2.
Okay.
Yeah, both of his were.
I mean, when you're rebounding like a maniac like he was.
I think both of his were in Detroit.
When you have the cojones to sleep with Madonna at that time,
And he had Carmen Electra.
that dude's body count between them two, he's Eskimo brothers with almost every person in Hollywood.
And he went into the WWE Hall of Fame this past weekend.
Who did?
Dennis.
He was in the WWE.
No, but he was in the NWO.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you didn't know. Dennis skipped finals practice to go be on WCW Monday Nitro. I think that was in 97 or 98. He
And
actually.
Phil was like, yeah, let him do it.
Let him do what he do.
Let him do what he
He
do.
gonna come in. He gonna give me 15 boards. He gonna guard Karl Malone. That's simple.
Well, we got a lot of basketball to talk about today because, again, we got 3 games. 2 of them, could be bloodbaths with the Spurs and the Blazers, the Celtics and the 76ers. We'll talk about the spreads, the Rockets and the Lakers. Can the Rockets win without KD?
I don't like the chances without KD.
How can the Lakers win without Luka and a bunch of bums?
They got 41-year-old LeBron. And then DeAndre Ayton stopped playing like Warren Coolidge from the White Castle. He started hooping. He's actually out hooping Al Prince Sengun right now. So,
well, wait for Sengun to get back up
If he
and make
does.
Ayton look like a punk.
if he does. But then he still got Hachimura next to him. And then Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard.
You think they're going to shoot 38% again?
I don't, but then KD ain't there. KD ain't shot under 50% in over a decade. So, but if KD there, it's cracking.
I will say one thing. With Bron running the point and basically being the dimes guy worked in the first game.
Yeah, because that's easy for him. That's something that he accustomed to doing, and then he got willing guys to do what the hell he going to ask them to do.
Well, we're going to talk a lot of basketball, but it's time to switch gears. We got to talk about the NFL. I got my man Mo Schefter on the other side. Don't y'all dare touch that dial. It's a Views from the 22 Tuesday right here on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Listen up, Rebel fans. Your next winning drive starts at Landers Ford in Collierville. Their game plan is simple. Find you the most savings possible. Make a trade, lower your payments, or let them buy your vehicle even if you don't buy from them. That's how you keep moving the chains. Just like the Grove on game day. Fans all across the Mid-South keep coming back to the #1 Ford dealership in Greater Memphis. See them today in Collierville or online at LandersFordMemphis.com. When you own a Landers Ford, you get the support of a certified service tech with the Landers Ford Remote Service Experience Program. They pick it up, drop it off, or fix it on the spot, so you're never left watching from the sidelines. To finish the drive, the iconic Landers Easy Pass always brings more for your trade and the biggest discounts to put you in victory formation. And now, straight from the 1977 Ole Miss football team that took down #1 ranked Notre Dame, the final snap of the day from Landers Ford President Don Kitchens.
If it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
As reported on Ford's 2024 Total New Vehicle Retail Sales Report in Memphis Market.
Go ahead. Just let your car steer itself to either Sunrise on Jefferson or Sunrise East on Poplar. You know you want to. If it's before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, all you have to do is let yourself surrender to the desire to have some hot, fresh, fast, prepared just for you Sunrise deliciousness. Breakfast, lunch, it doesn't matter. Just head to what you really crave, a little Sunrise. Maybe have a piping hot cup of coffee. Or maybe make yourself a Bloody Mary at the Bloody Mary bar. Just settle in for Sunrise.
For a long time, home security has meant expensive monthly fees and contracts that lock you in for years. Choose SimpliSafe because they offer a better way. Customize your entire system in minutes. The app-guided setup made it so easy. You have the system live in less than an hour. Get 50% off a new system by visiting simplysafecolin.com. Simplysafecolin.com. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Yo, yo, yo. The tunes didn't come in, did they? And now your mic's not on, man.
It gave me an ad.
I know. I noticed. I'm sorry. We're cheap. Must have been the YouTube.
No, it's crazy. I got YouTube Premium. I don't even have ads, but I got to deal with ads at work.
Nah, pull yours up. We're going to use yours.
But then I was trying to find you to make sure that she was in the spot.
That is true. That is a good point, actually. I was talking and chatting out in the front, talking with Sid about the wonderful barbecue, not barbecue, the 24th Annual Hot Wing Contest and Festival. We had a lot of fun last week, and now we're having a lot of fun now because we got NBA playoffs. We got a draft coming up here on Thursday, and it's a Views from the 22 Tuesday with Mo Schefter. Mo information, Mo knowledge, and he knows Mo football than you. Mo Schefter, what's up today, brother? There we go. Got his player music in.
That's right. That's right. Hey, man, how blessed are we to be here today and talk football, gambling, basketball, life. It's going to be a beautiful show.
And Jay said that you coming in for a week next year to get ready for Wingfest, that we going to win this bad boy.
Yeah, you know, we got to get in the lab. We got to, you know, try out a few game plans and see what game plan, a.k.a. seasoning and rubs and sauces, will be entered into the competition.
I love that idea. Oh, I can't wait to get in the lab, too. In the future, man, next year, man, I can't wait, but I'm going to enjoy every day until then. Because, man, I'm a day-by-day kind of guy. Now, I got to bring up a couple of things before we get to anything else. NFL buzz lately. We got a little free agency reshuffling going on. What do you think about some of these teams that are doing a couple quick hitters and quick moves?
Well, let's start with the big elephant in the room with Sexy Dexy and the Cincinnati Bengals. Mm-hmm. You know, I think I don't want to get too ahead of myself because, you know, I don't trust that organization.
It's kind of hard to, bro.
Right.
Like, did you trust Marge Schott with the Reds?
No.
Same thing. Just not, Marge shots, crazy ass.
But no, like in all seriousness, I mean, I think it's a great trade for the Bengals because very likely they were going to go with a defensive player. More than likely, it was going to be one of those corners that we talked about. Any one of those four, in my opinion, has the potential to be very good. But you bring in Dexter Lawrence, he's still got the prime of his career ahead of him.
Is he better than Trey for them?
Is he better than Trey for them? Yes. That's a great question. Didn't even think about that. Yes.
He's a lot cheaper, I know that.
Yes. No offense to Trey, okay, but
he's a one-trick pony.
Right. Like Crosby disrupts all game. TJ Watt disrupts all game. Trey Hendrickson
Myles
disrupts.
Garrett is a freak.
But Trey, we have now. Granted, he's been injured and everything, but that's even more reason to say that this is a major upgrade. You got a defensive tackle who can play all spots on the interior of the line. He can even play two-gap if you need him to play two-gap.
Mm-hmm.
He can play all three downs.
You hook him up with Jonathan Allen in the middle. I like that.
Correct. So he is, and who's another guy who was just as versatile when he was coming out, even though he's a little bit older now. So you bring in somebody who's going to immediately change the lives of your run defense.
And he makes your middle linebacker and your outside linebackers, depending on if they're in the 3-4 or the 4-3, because they sometimes switch it up. It makes your linebackers' life a lot easier when those guards and centers, they ain't pulling around to get somebody else because they're dealing with a Jonathan Allen or a Dexter Lawrence or wherever they move him to the outside. I mean, when they switch him around.
Brother, look, I can tell you this. And this is from my personal experience because I played defensive line. When you can make sure two guys are on you and they cannot come off of you.
Linebackers can fly around and fill holes, baby.
Right. They love it. Linebackers love that. Strong safeties love that. So the most immediate thing that comes to mind when it comes to the most significant signings that have happened recently, I would go with that. I would go with Will Anderson being extended by the Houston Texans. No-brainer. I don't like Dontavian Wicks being traded to the Eagles, but we'll talk about that in a second. And then lastly, shout out to a winning organization in Darian's 49ers for doing the common sense thing and finding a resolution with the grizzly bear, or the silverback, sorry, Mr. Trent Williams.
Yeah, dude, that dude is the strongest dude in the NFL, and that's like those guys are strong. I told you about my homie David, right?
Yes, yeah, of course.
So,
David, yeah, of course.
51st greatest Giants in history, like when they did the top 100 Giants of all time, 2-time Super Bowl champion, left tackle in the National Football League forever, strong guy. Me and three of my buddies, well, my wife wanted me to build a bed. You know what I'm talking about? Like where you garden in that joint? Not like you lay down and do a little bit of the little horizontal bomb, but a garden bed. So we got railroad ties. Do you know how heavy railroad ties are, bro?
Bro, yes.
Okay, so me and Matt and my other buddy, all three are carrying these. So it's three of us. And, man, we are struggling. David happens to pull up and he gets out and he's like, "Hey, what's up, fellas?" And he just picks one up on the side and carries it like it's a sack of potatoes and then goes back there and sits down. I said, damn. How in the hell did you pick that up by yourself like it was nothing? He's like, dude, I used to work out with 840 pounds on the squat and 450 on the bench. I'm like, oh, okay.
And then, see, I thought the other answer he was going to give you because, so not to put my business out there, but I used to be involved in the FedEx community.
Oh.
And we carried a lot of heavy stuff.
Yup.
And what I learned, I actually used my offensive line things that I learned to help me lift heavy stuff because it's all about technique and leverage. That's it. That's it. So I could, like, we could put a 200-pound box on my shoulders, and I'll just walk with it, no problem. Technique and leverage.
And Trent Williams is the strongest SOB with great technique, does not let people put Brock Purdy on his back when he's playing. Brock Purdy is a totally different quarterback when Trent Williams is out of the line, if you haven't noticed.
100%.
Totally different. Is this offense with Mike Evans, Ricky Pearsall, who can take a bullet to the chest, and Christian Kirk, with Christian McCaffrey in the backfield, with Trent Williams coming back, can this offense be enough if the defense can stay healthy? Like last year, everybody and their grandmother was injured.
Literally.
That defense had, their 7th and 8th linebackers of the year in their one playoff game or something?
Yep. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous.
Fred Warner's back, though, and he's a freak.
Yes,
Ray Greenlaw can play some damn football. What do you think, though? Is Bosa ever going to get things back? Or is he just going? Is this just where Bosa is at this age?
You know, what's funny is with what they have available to them, I would hope they find a way to sort of ease him in, maybe not play him the first couple of weeks of the season. Not that he's not going to play, but try to, tell him take it easy for a little bit. Because, truthfully, this defense is revamped. They got Fred Warner back. They have depth in other positions. So it's not Nick Bosa or bust. And that's actually a good news for 49ers fans. Because I do wholeheartedly believe if some other pieces had stayed healthy, specifically Fred Warner, and Nick Bosa was injured, I don't think it would have mattered. Excuse me, but sorry, I have to cough. But when Fred Warner got injured, that's when I was like, okay, season's done, right? And what I'm about to say next is actually the first time that I'm going to say this since the 49ers have had Brock Purdy. With what I saw, the way he played down the stretch after he went back in the lineup after the Mac Jones thing, with what I saw from him, I am willing to say the 49ers are good enough with Brock Purdy to win the Super Bowl with this roster, as long as, like you said, Johnny, they stay healthy.
All right. I just got a text here from an a-hole. It's my buddy Matt Hale.
Okay.
He said, this is definitely not about football, but he says, John, what you said was a complete lie. That my man James Franklin hired y'all know, he did terrible at Penn State, goes to the Hokies, and he hired, did you hear about the skydiver?
No.
And he crashed into the Jumbotron?
What?
You didn't hear about this? This has got to be real, right? I mean, the BBC reported it. Oh, that's the British Broadcast Corporation, by the way. not the Bacardi banana colada that the guy tried to serve my wife at down in the islands.
Oh, this is real.
It is real.
Yeah, I got the video right here. Oh my God! Why has he got the American flag with him? That doesn't help, sir. That's just extra wind you carrying.
Damn, dog.
He crashed. Sorry for the radio listeners. He hit that thing.
I told
hard,
you,
like Shane McMahon style. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I digress.
Yeah, now I'm back to football. I'm sorry. I just had to do that because, by the way, how do you feel? Did you know that their spring game got delayed by almost an hour and a half or something? This dude's bringing the American flags, got the football. He's going to land on the 50, and bro's hung upside down from the scoreboard.
You know what's crazy, Johnny? I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it. There's a little bit of lag. It actually looks really cool when he's coming down.
Oh, it does look great until the crash.
Yeah.
Dude. Imagine, if you're a runway model and you're working it, girl, and you're looking good and you do your little turn and then you fall off the runway. Well, damn, it doesn't matter how good you looked. You didn't make it back. I didn't get to see that backside wiggle. So you failed. Anyway, I'm late for a break. I'm going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to get serious in a little bit of football. We got draft coming up. We got NFL movement. Don't touch the dial because I got Mo Schefter views from the 22 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Guns, guns, and more guns. Over 700 firearms in stock. Home defense guns, old guns, new guns, used guns, big guns, little guns. Every gun you can think of, Classic Arms has them. All brands like Glock, Sig, Colt, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Beretta, Benelli, Remington, Winchester, and more. Guaranteed lowest prices in town. Only gun importer in the Mid-South. Free gun inspections and appraisals and free bore sighting for the upcoming deer season. Shop online at ClassicArmsOfMemphis.com or visit Classic Arms at 1740 Germantown Parkway behind Corky's Barbecue in Cordova.
The best I-dos start with Sissy's Blue. Discover bridal jewelry worthy of your big day at Sissy's Log Cabin, along with our spectacular experience that comes with our promise of exceptional quality, service, and brilliant natural diamonds. Experience our expansive selection when you stop by any of our 7 locations or shop online at sissyslogcabin.com. Find your perfect engagement ring only at Sissy's Log Cabin because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Sponsored by Armstrong Pharmaceuticals.
Now back to Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. This hour brought to you by MemphisMoldInspector.com. Here once again is Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio, hanging out with my man Mo Schefter. Mo, first and foremost, it's always good to have you. That was a really quick break, and I appreciate that because I love the fact that I get to get back to you with a quickness and start talking a whole lot of football. Right now, you said something that you were going to mention about the Eagles and their move, and I was kind of curious where you were going with that.
I am glad you asked. I think Howie has earned
He's earned a lot because he does have the name of like the best general manager.
Right. And I am certainly a fan. And when I saw the Dontavian Wicks trade, I said, okay, obviously this is not to replace A.J. Brown. Obviously. However, and I'm going to say the statement this way just to make people say, WT, you know what. Dontavian Wicks signing is to replace Devontae Smith. Why do you say that, Mo? Because Devontae Smith right now is a wide receiver 1 playing a wide receiver 2. So you put D. Wicks as wide receiver 2, you promote Devontae Smith to wide receiver 1, and that's how you get the replacement of A.J. Brown. To me, when I look at some of the moves they're making, specifically this A.J. Brown thing, because you got to listen to what GMs say. Like, it's not in their, excuse me, getting over a cold. It's not in their blanket statements that they make. There's certain things called Freudian slips. Mm-hmm. Shout out to my brother who's an attorney who schooled me on Freudian slips. Howie had a few Freudian slips when talking about the A.J. Brown trade. And the one thing he kept saying was, we're not going to subtract from our football team. We're not going to subtract from our football team. Well, you're going to trade him post-June 1st. All reports indicate it seems inevitable at this point. He's going to be traded post-June 1. You are not going to get a compensation for this upcoming season when you trade him post-June 1. Therefore, what I'm saying here is I think Howie is looking at this year as sort of a throwaway year. Not that they're going to tank, not that he doesn't want to win games and make the playoffs in the division and all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying strictly from his business plan, not his football plan. His business plan this year is sort of a year of trial and error. Let's see what fits. Let's see who's here for the long term, including Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts. I hope I'm not rambling here.
No,
but what I'm saying is
no.
He's going to use this year as a quote-unquote throwaway year to reset and start building next year. And that's why they decided to trade A.J. Brown post-June 1, which they will. I fully believe they will.
100%. I mean, I feel like it's already a done deal to the Patriots. I mean, it's more done than Diana Rossini.
I mean, shout out to her insider reporting.
Yeah. Mike Vrabel is definitely inside helping her out. What do you think the Eagles at 23 are looking for?
First of all, what I'm looking for is Mike Vrabel's athletic subscription. That's first of all. Anyways, I'm sorry.
That was beautiful. I appreciate it. I'm just kind of worried, wondering what you think that they're going to look at it. What is Howie looking at it since they're, what are they, 22 or 23 this year? I know they're in the 20s.
They are, I will have it up here right now. They are 23 after the Chargers, before the Browns.
I haven't gone that deep, that far, and even thought about what the Eagles might be looking for.
Well, I mean, at 23, what's going to be available, right? I think if they stay put at 23, the best available player is probably going to be an offensive tackle at that point. Just depends on how the board falls and if anybody is still there. But I think they're going to look at safety because they lost Blankenship. I think they're going to look at edge and linebacker. They lost Nakobe Dean. I think they're going to look at tackles due to the situation with Lane Johnson. And he's just eventually going to be at the door. I also think, and I don't think they'll do this in the first round, but I do think they're going to heavily look into their guards. And I actually think their biggest weakness on that roster is the interior of their offensive line. So while it may not be best value, if you're going to stay at 23, you either take the BPA or you take the best thing for what you need. And what you need is somebody to solidify the interior of your offensive line. If they could get a Blake
Miller because he's a tackle, isn't he? From Clemson.
Yeah, he's a tackle. I can't remember what his measurements are because there's plenty of tackles in college that are guards in the NFL.
True that. That's true.
You know what I mean? I do think they should go. And remember this also, since we're talking about the Eagles. I have real concerns about the longevity of Landon Dickerson. And I've been vocal about this. This isn't hindsight. I talked about it on Happy Hour. I talked about it on Views and Views. I talked about it on the Views from the 22 Facebook group in real time during the season that Landon Dickerson should not be playing football right now. Let alone you keep doing the tush push with him.
Yep.
That should and he now has a multitude of injuries, and speaking to one of the medical people I know, they're like, dude, these type of injuries, because he wasn't playing hurt. He was playing with a medical injury. Two totally different things. They truly have concern, and I respect their opinion, about whether they can last long term in this league after what he went through last year.
Damn.
And mind you, Johnny, how many guys do we say, damn, he's out of the league already? Damn, what happened to him? Things like this that go under the radar because teams abuse players. Like, we know this.
Running backs especially.
Running backs especially. I will forever blame Jeff Fisher for the trajectory of Todd Gurley's career.
I agree with you on that one, too. God, dog, coming out of Georgia, I thought he was going to be the next damn thing. One thing that's also weird, by the way, and I can't believe I'm bringing them up because they suck so bad, but like the Saints, they bring in more quarterback help, I guess. Like, do the Saints know what they're doing? They got Tyler Shook, Spencer Rattler, and Zach Wilson.
I think the Commanders and the Saints are in the best position in the first round. Because you look at the first six, they're gonna work through a lot of muck. So when you get to the Commanders, they're gonna have a lot easier of a decision as to who they're gonna pick. And then you get to the Commanders, who are picking. The Saints, who are picking right after the Commanders. I know you're not gonna like this, but I looked at some of the mock drafts, and a lot of people are mentioning Cornell Tate so they can reunite him with Chris Olave because they were college teammates. I don't know if I would like that pick. I think you have a lot more needs. I think you can still get a perennial pass rush. I think it's possible. Sonny Styles falls because the other teams are taking pass rushers and offensive tackles.
If Sonny Styles is available, or Ruben Bain at edge.
And that was going to be the next name I mentioned. Ruben Bain could be available.
If those two are available, that's where the Saints got to jump and not even worry about it. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, you brought in Travis Etienne, Alvin Kamara is getting old, but like Tyler Shuck.
You know, so let me put aside my personal opinion for a second, because I think it's hard to evaluate teams if you're going to stick to your own opinion of certain players. You can't evaluate teams that way. You got to evaluate their decisions, their moves, their game plan, their business plan. And I think if you look at the Saints, although I've been critical and although I am still doubtful, they've made good decisions. And they believe in Tyler Shuck, and we got to give Kellen more credit for what he did with Dak, what he did with Jalen Hurts, and now what he did with Tyler Shuck. So they're going to roll with Tyler Shuck. I am okay with the Saints saying he's our guy, because if you're wrong, you're wrong, but at least you made a decision early on whether he's your guy or not, in my opinion. And so if you, all these good decisions would be ruined if you have Ruben Bain available and you take Cornell Tate over Ruben Bain.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I love Ohio State wide receivers, but I still like the one Jeremiah Smith who's still there. That's the guy that I would. And Cornell Tate is not a one-trick pony, but again, he's running vertical, and I don't know if, like, I really don't know enough about Tyler Shuck and his deep ball. It didn't, like, I just wasn't impressed too much. Buffalo Bills, did they help out Josh Allen enough?
They already not helped him out by giving him an undersized Asian receiver and giving up a second-round pick for him.
Yeah, no.
So, you know, like, I have high hopes for Joe Brady, but I 100% thought the general manager should have been fired as well, and it is for moves like this. This was a bad football move. He got fleeced for DJ Moore. You know why, Johnny?
DJ Moore, yeah.
Because the Bears were going to cut DJ Moore.
Oh, my gosh. And they gave up that?
They gave up a second for a player that was going to be cut.
And by the way, he's what, 30 years old now?
He's 30 and he's undersized. I love DJ Moore.
6 feet tall, 30 years old, and you gave up your second-round pick, man. You crazy as hell, Buffalo. And Keon Coleman, is he ever going to work out?
They better hope so. They better hope so, because you're not relying on DJ Moore to be the X. He's going to be the Z. He's going to be the slot. He's not going to be the X. He's not going to be the player that you want getting pressed and isolated. So they better hope Keon Coleman works out.
Lord have mercy. Tell everybody what you got coming down the pipe.
Mo_views22. We got some great draft content coming out, and I will be on the 94 Feet of Life Thursday show covering the draft.
Damn, Skippy, and I think I'm going to be there as well if I'm not doing a bunch of wires up in a little H&H, little Harden house. Mo, do me a favor, man. Be blessed and enjoy the rest of your week, my friend.
Appreciate you, brother. Can't wait to hear Germ.
Dude, that is my man, Mo Schefter. We got Germ So True. On the other side, I'm going to talk a little football with Germ, tell you about my man Stan Mosier, give you a little wood, and have a whole hell of a lot of fun on Sports 56 98.5 FM.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11, here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
If wedding bells are in your future, you need an unforgettable engagement ring from a jeweler you can trust. And that's been James Gaddis Jewelers for over 60 years. With a huge selection and the best prices, James Gaddis is a master jeweler and diamondologist. Beautiful jewelry from James Gaddis is always the right choice. Choose from rings to earrings, necklaces to bracelets, and gemstones to watches. Layaway and financing available. James Gaddis Jewelers, 4900 Poplar, online at GaddisJewelers.com and Instagram at Gaddis Jewelers. Say I do at James Gaddis Jewelers. Take your basketball skills to the next level at Shoot 360 Memphis. Shoot 360 is a revolutionary basketball training facility that combines cutting-edge technology with gamification and provides instant, objective feedback with hands-on, one-on-one expert coaching. And now, introducing Shoot 360 Cordova, a newly renovated 50,000 square foot facility with 2 NBA regulation-sized courts, 3 high school-sized courts, and 4 shooting bays with Shoot 360 technology. Memberships are now on a monthly basis. And yes, you can become a member at both locations. Whether you're an aspiring young talent, NBA player, or looking for a unique workout, all skill levels are welcome at Shoot 360 Memphis to learn proper shooting and passing techniques, improve fundamentals, and gain a competitive edge while having fun. Shoot 360 Memphis, now in Cordova and Collierville. Call them today at 901-779-3176. That's 901-779-3176. The future of basketball training is here. Shoot 360 Memphis.
Encore flavor, Corky's barbecue. We're cooking it up, down home way. Hickory smoke flavor like the good old days.
Hey y'all, Jimmy Stovall here with Corky's Barbecue. With over 175,000 cars served in our drive-thru, 4,000 online pickup orders, and 1,500 party packs delivered to offices and events every year, Corky's is your trusted go-to barbecue for parties. Our party packs start at just $6.99 per person. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 meat combos, pick your favorite sides, and as you know, Corky's always gives you plenty of food, so you never worry about running out. Whether it's pickup or delivery, we've got you covered. Corky's makes it easy to impress your guests. Visit Corky'sBBQ.com to order for your next gathering today.
Encore flavor, Corky's barbecue.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis with Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6.
But you got to be willing to take the hit and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
I love it. I need to ride. I need to chill. I need to breathe. Oh, you heard it. That cough, man. I need that tussin. I miss that chunky tussin. God, I miss that stuff. Remember the gold?
You know, about to say the gold stuff.
That was a good tussin back in the day. But, man, right now, you know, like everybody's struggling to breathe because the allergies are so terrible outside of your house. Pollen's everywhere. If you got allergies like me, you are struggling. I got a daggum Ricola. Had tussin today, Sudafed, my antihistamine, and started Zyrtec. But you know what's crazy? You think about right now the pollen, how bad it is outside. The air inside of your house could be even worse. Serious as a heart attack. You think like, what? My house? Let me tell you something. Do you know that your house could have black mold or any type of mold or any different type of, you know, particles in your house and things that are poor quality, and they affect your respiratory, they affect your sinuses, they affect like your immune system. In fact, they can kill you. and it only takes moisture and humidity. What is Memphis known for?
A whole lot of humidity.
Man, it's so damn humid. You get out the shower, you already sweating. So what do you think mold does? It, like, seriously goes out there, intensifies. There's only one dude that can take care of you. There's only one licensed mold assessor in the Mid-South. That's my friend Stan Mosier at Memphis Mold Inspectors. Go to memphismoldinspector.com or call them personally at 901-292-7788. That's 901-292-7788 for clean air and peace of mind, baby. Go to memphismoldinspector.com. Tell him Sports 56 sent you, and he's going to give you an extra special deal. You also get a free consultation. And if you're wondering, well, when do I do this? Now. And also, if you're like buying a home, if you're selling your home, if you're got an infant on the way, if your grandparents live with you, if you care about your deadgum health, Memphis Mold Inspector, go to memphismoldinspector.com. Talk to my man Stan Mosier. Germ So True's in the house, baby. What up, Germ?
We Germ of the Mac. Let's go.
Dude, man, we got the draft on Thursday. We got NFL stuff going down. We got playoff basketball in full swing. And I heard you got a little taste of everything.
It was only appropriate that I brought him in on Return of the Mac because, for one, the NFL was using it as like the draft preview song for a long time. And they've been doing it really since we've been rocking with Views from the 22. And so it's only appropriate if I bring in the real return of the real Mac, Germ So True.
I love that because he is the Mac. He is. And Germ, how much work you been doing in the lab lately?
Man, I've been in there. We've been having some fun. I really, I talked about some players before. We've been really studying some of these guys, really paying attention to some of these guys that people are projected to go in the first round, especially for our Thursday. So I'm here today to give you some Thursday notes, and I'm here today to give you some basketball stuff too, as well. I can drop off a couple things and send you guys be well prepared Thursday for everything that could be coming your way.
I love it, man. I am ready to rock and fire, and I want to first start off with just a little bit of NFL since Thursday's about to be here, and they got a big Thursday show you're going to do, and then we're going to get up in the NBA because we're going to gamble like some maniacs. Since you've been in the lab, though, who are some of the guys that you kind of looked at that has started to pop off the screen for you that you kind of at first weren't necessarily sold on? Like, I look at David Bailey over at Texas Tech. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, man. The more I see, the more I like about him. Like, I kind of hate to say, I can't believe I'm saying this, man. I feel like if the Tennessee Titans added him with Jeffrey Simmons, they brought over John Franklin Myers, you got Jermaine Johnson, and you put in like a David Bailey or a Reuben Bain off the edge, that might just be exactly what you need.
Well, David for me is. I had a stretch where I said that he might be he might be the best edge rusher in the class, and I think that is going to hold firm for me when it comes down to just a natural edge rusher. I like the mechanics. I like all of the things that he brings to the table. Setting the edge. I like all of the things about him. The thing that I will say, my biggest ick when it comes to him is I'll say that I believe that there are going to be times where you are going to be able to get a hold of him because of some things with some leverage, okay? Mm-hmm. But these are coachable things, right? You can coach these guys up. He's not a perfect player. Remember, he's still a prospect. So when we're trying to find things wrong with the player, we're trying to find tendencies and things like that. There is no player in the NFL who hasn't gotten got on any given snap. Because these grown men on the other side of you are playing for their families just like you're playing for your family. Mm. So it's like you got to remember that part of it. But when it comes down to it, I think the consistency is there. I think that all of the little tidbits that you need from a defensive end perspective, he has everything there. The hands, the feet, he may not have the natural bend that you want to see to make him that Myles Garrett-esque type of a prospect, but he has the stuff that he needs to have in order for him to be the best rusher in this class. Ruben Bain will be a close second.
That's exactly where I was wondering. What separates him from Ruben Bain right now?
I think it's going to be the arm length.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing that I really like the most about Ruben, though. Jay, I love the way that Ruben sets that edge. I think he's the best run defender out of the two of them. I think David Bailey is the guy that can probably play the traditional left end that Myles Garrett is currently dominating in the NFL. And I think that when it comes down to it, I think Ruben Bain for me, he's a bigger version of like a Elvis Duverville type of a guy.
And he had when he was in Denver, he was wrecking folks.
And I mean, we're talking about a 10, 11 sack a year guy, which 10, 11 sacks, Jay, we need those guys in the league, right? So you say for a Tennessee Titan team, if you were to take either one of those guys, and you can get a 14 sack a year guy with Bailey. I think he's about a 14 sack a year guy. And then I think that overall, man, Ruben Bain, I just think that he is an elite run defender. I think he is probably one of the better run defenders we've seen. I think I'm going to go on a limb and say that I probably would grade him higher than I did Bradley Chubb a couple of years ago as a run defender. And he has that same type of nasty streak to him. So I think those two guys are primed to be top 7 picks. It would really shock me. It would shock the hell out of me if both of these guys did not go in the top 7. It would shock me. Because there's no way a team is looking at these two guys and saying adding them to my football team is not a thing that makes my football team better today.
When you look at just the Ohio State defensive players that are going to go probably in the top 12 picks, we look at the upside of, I don't know how to explain it, but like Averill Reese is just a freak of nature when it comes to size, explosiveness. It's insane. I don't know exactly what he is, if he's a linebacker or an edge rusher. Sonny Styles reminds me of Devin White. Hell of a linebacker out of Ohio State. But I just always keep going back to, I feel like the safest defensive pick to me is still Caleb Downs.
Caleb Downs is the safest pick in this class.
He's the most pro-ready, smartest football player at most people. Like every coach, every person that I've talked to say that he is a pro. He is a tactician. He is a tackling machine. He is intelligent. He is a leader on the field. He's a leader in the film. I mean, hell, dude, if he's still available at 10, I guarantee you, John Harbaugh will take him with the Giants.
Here's the thing that I like the most about a guy like him. He is, when I say he is the guy that is the safest bet in this class. You know how you got a guy that his ceiling may not be super high, but his floor is so high because he does everything well. If you need him to cover a tight end, he can do that. If you need him to cover, let's say in a nickel situation, you need a big nickel guy to cover a receiver, he can do that. He has the ability to be one of the better run defenders in the league from the safety position. But he also has he also can play a little free and play that single high. So I think his best natural trait, though, is him coming downhill and hitting people, coming downhill making plays. I don't want to see him at the next level be a free safety because I think the strong safety spot is what he should be playing. But he has some of the traits and some of the ability to do both. I just think he's better at strong than he would be at free. I think you are getting with him an all-pro player at strong safety. I think with free safety, you get just a really good player. Now, to the next Ohio State defender. Averill Reese is a freak athlete.
Yep.
Yes, he is. But he's 20 years old. In football terminology, the one thing that we love is young defenders. guys that we can still mold over time and even maybe change or fine-tune them to a position. Arvell Reese is a guy that if you put him in any type of defense, he probably would be successful. He can play Sam because he's fast enough to be able to be an off-ball linebacker.
Yeah, I was going to say he can cover a tight end easily in the flat. He can cover backs out the backfield. He can come off the edge. I mean, he's tall, he's long, he's fast. The only thing that worries me is, man, is he going to get cut blocked to hell if he plays linebacker when they try to run at him?
Now, cut blocking and stuff like that for him, I just think for him it's just going to be about, this is again about leverage. It's all about leverage when it comes down to that. But for him, I think he'll be okay. If I'm going to give him a views from the 22 position that I think he's going to be the best at, I think a situational pass rusher and a quarterback spy is something that would be ideal for him, kind of like another Ohio State player that kind of started to figure it out in the league named Ryan Shazier. I think he gives a little bit of a Ryan Shazier type of vibe. Okay? And then Styles. Here's my issue with Styles. Is he a linebacker or is he going to be a safety?
I think he's going to be an off-ball linebacker.
Now, if we say off-ball linebacker, Jay, my problem with off-ball linebacker is
you don't take him in the top 10.
I don't want you with me. I think you already right where we at. It's the fact that we see an athlete. Every time we see an athlete like this, we run to the podium. We don't know what to do with him. And if you don't know what to do with him, you don't need to draft him because that's a waste. He has an abundance of talent and natural skills. But that doesn't help us when it comes to putting them in the best position so that we can utilize them on our 53-man roster. That's not giving us some of the things that we need for us to be able to do what we need to do. So my advice and what I think.
Is he Bobby Wagner or Fred Warner if he's the best of the best? Where do you put him? Is that his, because he's 6'5", dog.
He would be Fred Warner.
God, he's the freakiest athlete I know.
I mean, being Fred Warner is not a bad thing at all.
No, dude, he's a freak.
Fred Warner and Fred Warner, ironically, from BYU, converted from safety.
Yep.
Only difference was Fred was in a certain situation. Now, here's where this gets real interesting, though. What team is going to say, "I want this guy"?
I could see, because of Dan Quinn's defensive mind, I could see the Commanders.
Oh, it's going to get interesting.
I mean, I could, because of Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn's that defensive minded kind of dude who feels like he can take an athlete and turn him into anything.
It's going to be. I'm really excited to see what we do with that, because that is a situation that I'm here for. I'm here for. If I'm going to give, my final thing for Styles is he a top 10 prospect? No. Is he a top 25 prospect? Absolutely. Is he a first round pick? Potentially. But it depends on the team.
Who's the best cornerback available? I mean, are we going to go to Tennessee where you have a guy who's been a pain in the ass?
This is an ice cream one. This is an ice cream conversation. Okay? If you like old school, old fashioned vanilla ice cream and stuff like that, I'm gonna probably have to go with my guy from Tennessee. He's in that great range of that 6'1" range. He has really good off the ball skills.
Yeah.
I like the way he can mirror the receivers. I think from a standpoint of his technique is very, very solid. But if you like a little bit of Metropolitan, I think you're going to like Delane.
Out of LSU?
Yes. I think that he is probably a little bit more technically sound, and I think
he doesn't have
the
the injury history either.
Exactly, and I think for Delane, the thing that stands out the most with him is, I think today he's the better man corner. If I'm going for a guy, let's say I'm a team that likes the pressure, and I'm a team that says that I have the best of certain things, or I feel like I have a great pass rush, and I feel like I just need one guy on the outside that can man up, I think Delane is the guy that I'm going with today.
You know, I will say also, Colton Hood for Tennessee, he was one of the more physical cornerbacks, like for a late guy. I mean, you talk about put him on a press man, somebody. If he ain't big, you ain't getting off Colton.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't A.J. Brown, you ain't getting away from him. Like, he's up in your business. I kind of like him. I like him as well. I'm not saying first round by any means. I mean, I kind of also like the kid out of San Diego State, Chris Johnson. He's quick. He reminds me, remember old Fred Smoot back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of got a little Smoot in him, if you know what I mean. So does that kid, D'Angelo Pons for Indiana. He's a little feisty, undersized guy, too.
See, he's a guy that you might see that you might be throwing in the nickel. I think he's a good nickel defender for sure, and that's a great way to make your money in this NFL, considering that 3 receivers is where you're going to be, and then about 60% of your snaps. But I'm going to say, baby Terrell, Avion Terrell.
Out of Clemson?
Don't sleep on him. Please don't sleep on him.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about him.
He might be the guy, and when I said today, Delane is the best today. In 3 years, we might look up and Terrell might be the best guy, and he might be a top 3 corner in the league. He has all of the tools and the upside. The thing for him is going to be how he combats playing with some of these bigger grown men in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can figure that out with the way he's able to move, he has.
He's smooth. I'll tell you one thing.
Draft.
Yeah, he's got. I was going to say he is a smooth. Like he makes the impossible look easy. Like he makes it look. Like, I mean, coming out of the breaks and stuff, from his back pedal and immediately going forward if somebody goes on an out route and getting in front of people. When Clemson was actually being paid attention to, I remember him just being a badass.
Well, the beautiful part about him too that I think people got to pay attention to this. He might be the best cornerback in a few years too, just because of his ability to not panic when he takes a fake and be able to recover. His short area quickness is the best in the draft. Like the way he can get from point A to point B to point C and to be able to maneuver with the receiver, and then he never positioned himself where he's out of place to make a play on the ball for when the quarterback throws it. So if he's mirroring a route and a guy comes inside, he'll take that bait and go inside with them, but he has that ability to stop, plant, redirect, flip those hips, and get right back into play. That's rare. And not only that, that's also just great technique. So those are the things that he does that nobody else does very well. So I like him a lot in that regard, and I just think that is probably going to be a thing for him. Whatever team gets him, you're going to get a good one.
Well, we've been talking tons of NFL football with my man Germ So True. Tell everybody where they can find you talking a little NFL before we switch to the NBA.
Well, we'll be talking about it coming up here in Views from the 22, of course. We're going to have some draft trivia. We're going to have all types of stuff going on. So make sure you guys tune into the show Thursday. And most important, like just follow the socials, Facebook and X or Twitter as they call it. And one more thing before we switch to the NBA. I'm standing on the table. I'm standing on my table today. I am willing to take this and say this today. Jordan Tyson will be the best receiver out of this class.
Whoa.
Jordan Tyson is the best receiver in this class today. And if Jordan Tyson isn't an all-pro, I'll be shocked.
Talk to me about his pro day real quick, because I didn't pay attention when he was running. Like, how's his hammy? Like,
it's not just okay. Injuries are a part of the sport. Can we agree on that?
Facts.
This kid's feet and lower body, as long as he got feet, as long as he has movement in his lower extremities, he is the best route runner in this class. He doesn't need hands to get open. We call this the all-foot classic. The pressure step to the next step. And the way he can adjust. So he has a rep that he's going against the guy, and he takes the pressure step, he kicks out, and the guy is able to contain him and keep him locked up and keep him held up and jam for 5 yards. So they go right back at it. So this time he hits the pressure step move again, but the second step, he shortens that step and stabilizes his body and gets a quick, nice little acceleration burst and goes right by him. Then when he goes by him, the guy overplays and pursues and comes under. He swims the hand over, flips the hips, the guy grabs the jersey. Not only did he still make the contested catch, he still got enough separation to give the quarterback room to throw and put the ball somewhere. On a guy playing sticky, very, very, very good man coverage. I think that he is the one guy that in any scenario, whatever team he goes to, he is a D-factor X because he can take the jam on these third downs, and he can be the guy who can beat teams and be the main guy that teams go to on big downs.
In those tight
but
windows,
you're talking about a 1,000-yard receiver with 10 touchdown catches, and he's not even playing full season.
True that, and yeah. But that's the thing that scares you in a 17-game season in the NFL. How many games are you going to play for me?
If you get 10 to 12 seasons out of this kid,
oh yeah, then you're good.
I'm gonna say 9 to 10 of those seasons. Okay, if it's 12 years, I'm gonna say at least 10 of them seasons. You're gonna get some great production, and you're gonna get all pro type production from him. The biggest thing for him is it's gonna be how the quarterback gets him the football. How do we protect him from himself? If we protect him from himself, we got ourselves a stud. That's all of that. I'm standing on the table. Jordan Tyson is the best wide receiver in this class, and he might be one of the best wide receivers in the last 3 to 5 years.
Damn. Oh, he's all up in a little Tyson. All right, now we got to switch gears, though, because I got to get a little NBA action.
Absolutely.
Tell me what we got going on, Germ So True, that's got you fascinated, because I like to make some money. In fact, all the money I made last night on my wins, I already spent it this morning, sadly, on a damn bill that I didn't know I didn't even have. So we got 76ers and Celtics at 6 o'clock on the Peacock. Boston is a 14-point favorite, total 217.5. 7 o'clock, Trailblazers and the Spurs. Wemby, unanimous defensive player of the year, first in a long damn time. Dude's a madman. Trailblazers in deep trouble. They're 11.5-point favorite, 220.5 is the total. And then tonight, the Rockets and the Lakers. Houston is a 4.5-point favorite on the road, down 1-0 in the series, total 207, with an old LeBron James and a Alperen Sengun who got worked by DeAndre Ayton and should be embarrassed. What are you looking at the most tonight?
So tonight I'm gonna go through each game real quick before we get off today. Easy for me, Boston, for all my gamblers out there, I'm going to tell y'all this now. I think tonight is a good night for Jaylen Brown to get 4 assists because I think they're going to try to take the ball out of him and Tatum's hand today. So I think 4 assists, respectively, for both of the superstars is a good go for. The 3-pointers, that ball is going to be moving tonight. So you might want to just put a couple of Celtics in a couple of different parlays for at least 1 or 2 3-pointers made tonight. I think the Celtics are going to probably make about 25, 33s tonight. I think it's going to be bombs over Baghdad tonight. I think it's going to be bad.
I sure got a parlay with Pritchard, Derek White, and Sam Hauser all getting 2 threes apiece.
Yes, I think that is a beautiful bet because I'm telling y'all, the way that this Boston team is right now, if they're not favored to win the East, who is?
Damn.
They are the most battle tested. Tatum going down last year obviously is a big part of why I believe that they didn't get back to the finals. Tatum looks good. He looks pretty good. I like what I see from him. And the thing that I think is the best part of this is I really think that this 76er team, yes, they've come a long way, got Paul George back, they got some decent pieces. Maxey is playing out of his mind. But we weren't going to really see the best of this team without Joel Embiid. So let's just call it a day. Let's just go ahead, grab the broom.
You want the regular or the Swiffer?
We need the old straw broom.
Yeah, let's get the straw one.
Get up all the stuff.
Not the cheap one with the plastic handle. We need the wood handle.
Yes, absolutely. Old school.
I want to be a volleyball coach. Have you seen this sport lately?
Yeah, that's what. Hey, listen, it's a good looking sport.
It is a great looking sport.
Great looking sport. So next game on our docket.
Yeah, next game. I'm sorry. Somebody sent me a nice text message. They go, "You need to start watching volleyball," and I think I do. But I'm back.
I agree. I wholeheartedly do. I agree. We were talking about volleyball last night. Anyway, Portland. This is a PSA. I said this to Ham the other day, and me and Ham proceeded to have a whole joke session for about 10 minutes about it. Portland, I don't know what you're going to do with this Wemby guy. I just don't know what you can do. The big man is that's Black History Month. Every time I see him on the court against Black Victor Wemby, it just don't look right. It's just not working. If you put him on Victor's going to score 50 points. He can't stay in front of him. You're going to have to play small. You're going to have to rotate some of these 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" wing defenders that you have on him, and you're going to have to make 23s. And Denny, my boy Denny.
He's badass though. I like Denny.
He is Denny. Denny is nice. Got a little old school feel to him. You know what I'm saying? With how physical he is. I will tell you, Denny has to have 25 a night, and that ball has to be moving. So we're saying 8 to 10 assists a night, and Portland needs to knock down 20 to 25 threes in order for this to be a game.
Right, that's just for them to have a shot.
That's just to have a shot for the game.
Yeah.
That's not including the fact of all these other shot-making people that they got.
Kind of makes me think about that total going over 220 because, Spurs are going to score like billionaires and brothels.
Yeah, they can put 130 up real quick.
Over Stephon Castle, you might as well book him. You can book him for 6 assists. Go ahead, put it down on the paper. Book him for 6 assists. 2 of them is going to be alive to Wemby, and 2 of them going to be to Vassell in that corner, and 2 going to be to Champagne in the corner. I'm even telling y'all how we getting them tonight.
I like it.
Let me see.
Rockets, Lakers, baby.
Oh, by the way, book Victor for 10 rebounds at least, and book him for 25, 10, and 4. And that's you can do that
over 39 together.
That could be 4 assists. That could be 4 blocks. It's getting ready to go down. And Lakers and Rockets. I think tonight we get a better showing from the Rockets, but here's the problem. LeBron still, at his age, is so dominant that he damn near controls every part of the game. And on Houston's side of the ball, they don't have anybody like that. If KD does not play tonight, the Lakers go up 2-0. It's not. And we talking Mark LeBron, put LeBron James, double-double, 18 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. There you go. There's the numbers.
I almost kind of wonder, man, like, should we do like Alperen Sengun, like a little overaction tonight? Because he's got to play better, and Aiden can't outplay him like he did in game 1, can he?
What you looking at?
Yes, he can.
I'm thinking like over 10 rebounds.
No, slow down, Savannah, slow down.
I want to go there. But
10 rebounds for him tonight with Aiden and Hachimura. Remember,
Hachimura there too. That's what I'm thinking too.
I think the problem right now in this series for Sengun is Sengun, if he's not going to punish them on the block when he gets a bigger guy, or excuse me, one of those smaller guys or forwards on him, he's not going to be as effective. Because the first thing is, I'm just going to take him away from the basket.
Yeah, take him away from the basket.
I'm just taking him away from the basket. You got to go. Hey, you going over to this corner, or Hachimura going to have 4 threes tonight? You can't afford 4 threes of Hachimura tonight.
What do you think the chances are Kevin plays with his knee?
Man, listen, KD, this your boy John.
37-year-old KD now.
KD,
Texas
they need
KD.
help. I don't want you to go out there and get hurt. So let me just say that. Listen, I'm pro you. I'm all about you, brother. Easy money sniper. I'm all about you, brother. If you can't play tonight, just know you going in with a deficit, and Luka Doncic coming back.
Yeah.
I don't think you can afford that, because that's 99 problems right there. And Luka is going to be, for lack of better terms, Luka going to be on trash when he come back.
I'm just afraid, though, if he does come back, when he gets back, the problem is they're going to run into that Thunder team that just looks impossible.
Oh, my God. Listen, that Thunder team is... Listen, public service announcement one more time. I'm sorry. Colin Gillespie, Grayson Allen, hell, even Devin Booker. Do not put them on SGA. That's Black History Month. Every time.
It's a whistle.
Bad.
Every time's a whistle.
That man said that's Black History Month.
No. Stop being nasty. Stop being nasty. That's no. They cannot be on the floor playing defense against them. That is not going to work. Listen, SGA is going to doing them so bad. That's just game 1. SGA has a streak of 20-point games in the NBA that we might not see get broken for another year or two. He might not snap this streak for another year or two.
And shoot, the way Jalen Williams is playing, and I mean, there's so little over there at Phoenix. I mean, Dylan Brooks trying to get in everybody's mind, couldn't shoot his way out of anything. Devin Booker, for some reason, couldn't make free throws the last month. Jalen Green is going to have to hit more threes. That's for damn sure. And none of that right there makes me even feel like they're going to stay within 14.5.
Here's the problem. This is the ultimate problem, right? And Jay will say this. Royce O'Neal is not a bad ball handler, right? He's a pretty good player. We're not saying he's great. We're not saying he's a great player in the aspect of he's
Shoot,
a
it's
17.5
now. Did you know that?
It shot up 3 points.
Tomorrow's game is shot up 3 points since it opened.
Hey, man, why y'all even going any further with the analysis on this? We already know that the Thunder are deep enough that they can split their team in half and both of those teams will be in the playoffs. That's how well they play together.
Hey, yo, listen, that is an insane thing, but I just need you to remember one thing, though, Ham.
What's up?
If Jalen Williams is the person that's guarding Royce O'Neal, you might as well just put Royce O'Neal on the bench.
Black history month again, huh?
Listen, that's no. That's black on black crime.
On black crime, yeah, you're right.
Because Jalen Williams will pick him 9 out of 10 times.
It's true.
That's bad. And we're not even talking about just how good the Thunder are
defensively. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They get down all them can go.
36-2 in points off of defense.
All
like
them can go,
fast
bro.
break points from turning the other team over. 36-2 in game one.
Yeah, the white
and
dudes, everybody.
And they
all
be
of them can go.
transition threes. Isaiah
Dude,
Joe
that
step into 2 or 3 threes a game.
I
That's
feel
in
like the best
transition, and you
three
feel like, oh my
is a
God.
step-in three when you got like a stud right there who's walking up the court and you drive it and you kick that jump to a wide-open homie. It's like pure, and it's just demoralizing. Man.
Aaron Wiggins. Oh, my God. Listen, the Thunder, and I say this, shout out to the Timberwolves. They pulled off a big win last night. Shout out to them. But let me tell you something. Denver was bound to lose the game. Let's see how the Timberwolves come back from that high and come down a little bit. Because I'm going to tell you, I just feel like Denver took their foot off the gas, and I feel like they got a little tired.
I
feel like the youth of the Timberwolves and that type of thing is really the difference in the game, I felt like, the other day. And I just feel like Denver will be prepared for Game 3. They're a veteran team.
Germ's so true. Tell everybody where they can find you and what you got coming up.
We will be on the draft show. Check me out and the guys out, and we're going to have everybody together, all together again Thursday. Bring your snacks. Bring some smiles, bring some laughs, and it's 420 weeks, so you might as well get you some lunch.
I do. I love lunch. It's one of my favorite things, and I want people to start. I want lunch to be a thing in the future. I'm telling you, hey, Jermaine, thank you for your time. Be blessed. We're going to do it again soon, my friend. I'll be there with you on Thursday, by the way. That's my homie, Germ So True. Always check out Views from the 22. Always check out The Scene. Always check out my man, 94 Feet, his story.
YouTube.com/94 Feet of Life.
Simple as that. Hey, we back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Don't you dare touch that dial. I got a little bit of wood and gambling. Sports 56, 98.5 FM.
Not only can you listen to your favorite shows on Sports 56, you can also watch video of the shows live on Twitter and YouTube. Watch and listen every day at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Unlock your new go-to spot, Codes Dispensary in Steele, Missouri, just over an hour from Memphis. When you're ready for a legal, reliable option, they're right up the road. Explore the full menu of top-shelf products in-store and online. Short on time? Order ahead and cruise through the drive-thru for a quick pickup. Stack rewards while you stock up with Club Codes. Earn points for every dollar spent. Codes Dispensary, now open in Steele, Missouri. Supreme Cannabis, that's worth the drive. Learn more at CodesDispensary.com. That's CodesDispensary.com.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises.
Memphis, your Saturday mornings are about to get a little spicier. Get heaping helpings of SEC sports with the Back Porch, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM, starting at 10 a.m. Back Porch features experts interviewing big-name guests, discussing big-time topics, and chopping up all things Southeastern Conference. You'll get plenty of facts, opinions, and perspective, all of it about the SEC. The Back Porch, Saturday mornings from 10 to 11, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Old Dominick Distillery is pouring Memphis pride into every cocktail. From the winning atmosphere at its downtown Memphis distillery to award-winning craft spirits, Old Dominick is pure Memphis spirit through and through. Swing by the distillery bar for a pregame cocktail or celebrate your wins with a guided tour and tasting. Old Dominick Distillery. Come for the spirits, stay for the experience. Cheers to Memphis. Learn more at olddominick.com.
Liberty Mutual customize this song for you. Like your car insurance, it's custom too, yeah. Liberty Mutual's got the coverage that could save you money. Thanks to Doug and Limu, well now you can go and take that cruise. Liberty, 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 yeah.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Now, back to Sports 56 Happy Hour on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Tito's Vodka. Here once again, Johnny Radio.
Welcome back to a little Sports 56 Happy Hour. I'm your buddy Johnny Radio. We're about to do a little Hardwood where it feels so good because I got a couple funny stories. Then we're going to go straight into a few bets, the last segment of the day. But I do need to remind you of something important. Don't paint, baby. Don't paint. Powder coat. If you don't know what powder coating is, well, welcome to the 21st century. It bonds to anything metal, ornamental, automotive, industrial. They have the largest batch ovens in the Mid-South. It is science, bro. It doesn't rust. It doesn't chip. It doesn't fade. It is there forever. So bring that perfect color. You can bring in a sample. They can make any damn color on planet Earth. It is awesome. Then they're going to sandblast that joint, soda blast that joint, get everything down to where it's just a metal, baby. And then they're going to do their science. They're going to get all that powder coating. Then they're going to bake that joint, and all of a sudden it's part of metal. It's going to last longer than you do. I wish they could figure out how to make me last that long, but industrial, automotive, motorcycle, ornamental, wheels, you name it, it is perfect. It doesn't rust, it doesn't chip, it doesn't fade. Again, it's the new thing. Give them a call at 901-367-2771. That's 901-367-2771. Or simply go to rickspowdercoating.com. Let's go to Hardwood.
This is Access Hardwood.
You know, Matt Barnes does that, he smokes a lot of weed, right?
I mean, the man has a podcast that called All the Smoke.
All the Smoke, yeah. And he's always smoking a joint.
Sometimes he does, sometimes he don't.
He does blunch. Well, yeah. Every time I've seen it, he's always smoking.
Right. It depends on, I think, who the guest is.
Okay.
Because sometimes
he's like, no, I'm going to be nice.
They don't
like, if I was talking to the Pope, I wouldn't probably smoke a joint.
Like, CM Punk was on their episode recently.
When the Join the Best and the Brightest in Blue, Join MPD.
Yeah.
Like I ain't going 420 on them. You know what I mean? That just makes them uncomfortable.
Unless they just request.
No, they ain't requesting that. They drug test they have.
I know they.
This ain't the
not.
NFL. By the way, the reason I bring up Matt Barnes is because this is hilarious. Is this real, man? See, I get God a lot. But it was on TMZ. Don't they usually check their ish?
For the most part, yeah.
So you know Matt Barnes likes the ladies, right?
Yeah.
You know there was a fake AI Instagram model that was done by AI and the little bitty dorky dude in his basement.
In today's world,
and got $61,000 from Matt Barnes.
Wow. For what?
Because he was coming over to put a little work on this AI hottie.
This is bad, man.
That's why you got to bring cash, dude. Don't be paying. Hey, that's why Bitcoin's dangerous, man. Yeah, it's blockchain. It's great technology and everything.
Yeah, it's what about.
But like, if you send somebody that money, how you gonna get it back when you find out that they ain't real?
Okay, which one? Well, I wasn't even going to ask that question because I already know the answer.
I mean, right now, if you spend $61,000, buddy, you better keep following her, I guess.
Hey, it ain't the million that Shannon had to put out.
True that. And by the way, Shannon, what were you doing with an 18-year-old OnlyFans model?
Very creepish.
Ugh. Like, I don't even know. By the way, do you want to know what I watched actually when you came over when you were making fun of me? Because, what was it? The View was on or something?
Whatever you were watching.
I was not. My wife was out there exercising, a-hole. Remember, I was in the back. That is fair. I was not watching that ish.
It was women on TV.
I don't even know what she watches to be at the time except for the Dateline murder porn.
It was a panel of women on TV. That's all I know.
But I will tell you, do you know what they said now? This is crazy because when I walked by, the one thing I did notice, because it caught my ear, I walked by and I hear, according to like Hinge and all the dating apps, like Tinder, is that right? And
I don't know about it.
And Spanky Panky or whatever.
Panky.
I don't know, that's a good name. I'm sure it's out there. Hell, they have one, Farmers Only. Did you know that?
FarmersOnly.com.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie to you, dude. So this was back in the day when that first thing opened. One of my little interns opened me up to that. And them farmer chicks are fine. Now, that's a long-ass drive, bro. That is a long-ass drive to freaking Cornville. But the damn chicks are fine.
Is it worth the drive?
It's worth the drive.
Okay.
It's definitely worth the drive. Oh, my point was, though, for the first time in human history, 2025, younger men were cougaring more than any time in human history. In fact, young men 21 to 30 were picking up more women 40 and above than men were picking up young chicks.
Yeah. I can actually.
This is the Coolidge chick issue, right? This is when MILFs became popular.
Pretty much.
And she went and put a 200 body count on her in like a year after Stifler's mom. Did you know that?
Right.
Dude, 200?
Yeah, the American Pie is largely responsible for that.
That girl was like, "Thank you so much. I never had sex before." Oh, turn your mic on. My man's over here talking. Nia Long, yeah, she got, what's his name, fired from the Celtics.
Nah, you know Nia Long, she
fine as hell, but she likes swinging.
She makes the young guys that she has business with, sign an NDA. So them older women, they like them young men.
Yeah, and for them, they can just kind of do their dirt, if you will, and just go home.
Right.
Young dudes don't be, and they might get to a point where they trip about it, but I'm tripping because the young dudes don't like the young chicks.
Well, you know why the old dudes don't like the young chicks now? Can I just tell you why? Young chicks, here's what I'm going to tell you a young chick does. What can you do for me?
You go.
How much are you going to pay me?
It becomes very.
By the way, young chicks also, I don't know if you know, they got 7 other dudes like DMing them while you over there.
It's transactional, and they got a lot of options.
Yeah, they got like. By the way, you got half the money in all the Oosbay.
They call it the roster. They got to start 5 and 6.
Hey, dude, that's a 15-man rotation. What are you talking about?
They got somebody for nails. They got somebody for food. They got somebody for hair.
But they oftentimes mismanage their roster because they don't know how to handle rosters. Sports guys like us, we know how to handle rosters. Sports women, except Diana Rossini, knows how to handle a roster.
I saw my hot chick with the hot leg, the one that you can't stand for some reason, Sophie Cunningham.
Yeah, and she's only got a 1-year deal too. She's a little upset about that.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because, like, I thought she was one of the top, like, paid players in the W.
No,
because
Sophie's mid.
She's mid, but she was top 5 in 3-point percentage. She was like top 10 in rebounds, and she was number 1 in legs.
I mean, number 1 in legs, you know.
She was number 1 in legs.
I give her fight.
All that junk inside that trunk. I want to get love junk inside that trunk.
That 1-year deal that she got there.
My lovely lady.
She better cash in on that payment because she might not be there next year.
No, she needs to go back to college. Did you see what happened today? Almost ished my pants.
What happened?
So, I saw Steve Kerr is leaving the Warriors, and they're looking at Todd Golden.
They haven't made it official yet, though.
I mean, it's happening.
Right.
I also saw that it looked like the 2030 Super Bowl will be in Nashville. Yeah. LeBron's happy.
Yeah.
A-hole. But dude, have you heard about the that big chick Audie Crooks from Oklahoma State?
Of course, and she went where the money went.
Bro, she got a $1.4 million payday. Okay, do you realize that? That's more than any WNBA salary, period, in the discussion.
Yeah, because she's going to produce and get buckets. She's going to be a walking double-double, getting 30 and 10, 30 and 12, 30 and 15. And they still probably ain't going to win because they ain't going to have enough guards around her. But she's going to the show, and she's going to be paid.
And she's still going to also be like this. What can you do for me?
Probably so. I don't know, though.
She went to Oklahoma State.
She seems like
Didn't she?
Yeah. She got that T. Boone Pickens money.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He rich. We need us a couple billionaires around here to help out Memphis. That's for sure. Also wanted to say one quick thing. It's very, very important. If you didn't know this, Tito's is the #1 spirit in the world. Yesterday was a big 420 day. Today is a typical Tuesday. 3 NBA games we're watching. We're gambling. So go home and grab the best spirit in the world. That's Tito's handmade vodka. If life hands you lemons, you don't freak out, you don't fret, you don't stress, you just make a lemon drop. Make sure it's with the best. That's Tito's handmade vodka. Wemby's gonna dominate. Are we going with the Lakers or the Rockets?
Depends on KD.
Depends on KD. That's my timepiece.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio. We are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for a new home? Then look to the real